What up? What up? What up? What up, everybody? I guess I should have shared this on Patreon as well. What's up? I see you, Queen Sag, Mocha Drop, Sean. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Lord have mercy. Texas, stand up, Texas. Stand up, Texas. Stand up, Texas. We got us a mini
Americans safe and not violating civil liberties and not doing things inconsistent with the desires and character of the American people. This effort put forward by a bunch of people.
We may have a small victory that we can discuss here today. We may have just a little small victory. Hey, Mama Bees, what's going on? What's going on? What's up, y'all? Okay. I need to make sure that I can. What's up, y'all? Okay, cool. We good. Hey, Ty, what's going on? What's going on? I had to go live. I've been sitting over here working and going, paying attention to all of the things. All right, give me 2 seconds, y'all. Let me fix one more thing, and then we're gonna get into it. All right. What's up, everybody? What's up? Okay, so listen, I had to come back because there is so much going on around here. There's so much going on. You got Nicki Minaj over there at the speaking for the people in Nigeria, in Nigeria, speaking for the people and stuff over there. That's what she doing. I don't know if that was over there or if it was over here and they just streamed it over. I don't know what happened. But child, I listened to some of it and it was just the way she stood on that podium and started talking. I said, I'm turning it off. And honestly, I just don't care. She just anyway. Hey Mel, how you doing? Hey Ray 8405 DDS and Mama V, what's going on? Okay, so let's start with the Texas news. Do I have any Texas people up in here? Cause we got some news, okay? Okay, what's T? Anybody? Sean, you here in Dallas? Anybody else here in Dallas? Or I say Dallas. Anybody else here in Texas, rather? All right, we getting ready to get started. I was trying to at least get to the 5-minute mark in here before we get into it. Grand Prairie. Okay, come on, Grand Prairie. Yeah, make sure y'all hit that like button. Hey, Brittany. I ain't really specifically mean Dallas. Dallas just came out, but I mean anybody that's in the area. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's get into it. So, U.S. court. There was a panel of 3 judges, and I put this on my community wall. There is a specific judge that was appointed by Trump, okay, and he is on that panel of judges that decided to block Texas from using the newly redrawn voting map. So if you guys don't remember, back in August, there was a new, and it's normally not done, until they do the census, but there was a redrawing of the maps. Y'all know what the maps are designed to do, right? And so basically this is what the judge had time for on today. So it says a U.S. federal court has blocked Texas from using its redrawn voting maps in the 2026 midterm elections. The decision, which is likely to be appealed before the Supreme Court, which I'm sure of as well, said evidence indicates the new districts were radically gerrymandered. Republicans in that state legislature took the unusual step this year of redrawing their voting districts in the middle of the decade. In the middle, like, what we doing? That just ain't been heard of. The move was a bid to boost Republican chances of winning congressional seats in Washington, because that was their biggest thing, to get those seats, and we needed the Democrats to flip them seats. Now, it sparked a chain reaction as both Democratic and Republican-led states redrew their own maps to give their parties an advantage next year when the balance of power in the House of Representatives is up for grabs. Okay, so that the Democrats can take it back. But child. Okay, so the 2-1 ruling in Texas on Tuesday orders the state to set aside the newly approved maps and instead use the ones created in 2021 by the Texas legislature for now. Okay, the public perception of this case is that it's about politics. U.S. Judge Jeffrey Brown, okay, I told y'all, and if y'all over there in my community while I posted this, Jeffrey Brown, a Trump appointee, wrote in the decision, mods, y'all, if y'all see any trolling, get them out here immediately, please and thank you. I appreciate y'all. To be sure, politics played a role in drawing the 2025 map, of course, but it was much more than just politics. Substantial evidence shows that the Texas racially gerrymandered the map, the 2025 map, gerrymandering the redrawing of electoral boundaries to favor a political party. And we know that it was to favor the Republican Party. Now, critics argue that the process allows politicians to pick their voters rather than the voters picking their elected officials, which I agree with as well. The leader of the Democrats in the state house, Jean Wu, praised Tuesday's ruling, saying in a statement that a federal court just stopped one of the most attempts to steal our democracy that Texas has ever seen. Okay, it says Governor Greg Abbott and his Republicans tried to silence Texas voters or voices to placate Donald Trump, but now have this delivered him the absolute possibility that, you know, of course we have to wait till until the legal route is over. But as of now, that is good news. That is like good news that the judges decided to block that. Like that's amazing news, actually. It's amazing news. Amazing news. All right. So I wanted to hint on that because I thought that was amazing. Shout out to Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. She did go live immediately almost after following, and she let us know of the things that is going on. So she was happy, and I was really glad to see that. All right. So let's get into the next piece of news. All right. Thank y'all for being here. If y'all could double tap the screen, I greatly appreciate it. All right, so let's get into the latest on. Well, actually, I want y'all to hear. Trump was responding to a reporter, and I actually want you guys to hear this really quick before we get into the Epstein files of it all. This video is about 3 minutes, and we're just gonna listen to the audio. Let's go.
Mr. President, why wait for Congress to release the Epstein files? Why not just do it now?
It's not the question that I mind, it's your attitude. I think you are a terrible reporter. It's the way you ask these questions. You start off with a man who's highly respected, asking him a horrible, insubordinate, and just a terrible question. And you could even ask that same exact question nicely. You're all psyched up. Somebody psychs you over at ABC. They're going to psych it. You're a terrible person and a terrible reporter. As far as the Epstein files is, I have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. I threw him out of my club many years ago because I thought he was a sick pervert. But I guess I turned out to be right. But you know who does have? Bill Clinton, Larry Summers, who ran Harvard, was with him every single night, every single weekend. They lived together. They went to his island many times. I never did. Andrew Weissman, I hear. All these guys were friends of his. You don't even talk about those people. You just keep going on the Epstein files. And what the Epstein is a Democrat hoax to try and get me not to be able to talk about the $21 trillion that I talked about today. It's a hoax. Now, I just got a little report, and I put it in my pocket, of all the money that he's given to Democrats. He gave me none, zero, no money to me. But he gave money to Democrats. And people are wise to your hoax. And ABC's, your company, your crappy company, is one of the perpetrators. And I'll tell you something.
So why not just sign it down?
I think the license should be taken away from ABC because your news is so fake and it's so wrong. And we have a great commissioner, the chairman, who should look at that, because I think when you come in and when you're 97% negative to Trump, and then Trump wins the election in a landslide, that means obviously your news is not credible, and you're not credible as a reporter. So I've answered your question. You should go and look at the Democrats who received money from Epstein, who spent their time. Larry Summers was with him all the time. That creep, the fund guy, was with him all the time. What's his name? Reid Hoffman. I don't know Reid Hoffman, but I know he spends a lot of money on the radical left. Reid Hoffman, in my opinion, should be under investigation. He's a sleazebag. And those are the people, but they don't get any press, they don't get any news, and you're not after the radical left because you're a radical left network. But I think the way you ask a question with the anger and the meanness is terrible. You ought to go back and learn how to be a reporter. No more questions from you. Who else?
I'd have been like, okay, bitch, I don't care. I'm sorry. I'd have been like, okay, bitch. Like, sir, who do you think you are? And you always are deflecting. That's literally, he's always deflecting, bro. Always deflecting. Let me be honest. There was no tone change in anything that he said, or the not he said, but the reporter said she didn't change her tone. She asked a very valid question. If you're gonna sit up here and say that, oh, I kicked Epstein out of my club years ago, you know, okay, so if that's the case, if you thought that man was a creep, release the files. That's it. Period, point blank. We would have to keep going through this roller coaster of your emotions, which really, I'm going to be honest with you. Us over here, we really don't give a damn because we already know what this is. If y'all keep calling it a Democratic hoax, then that only means that y'all aren't doing anything but redacting Republicans' names because you don't want to expose the people who have been in your pocket, Epstein pocket. We already know. It's not going to, and it's also not going to change anything. MAGA's going to feel how MAGA's going to feel. They're going to love it, and it just is what it is. I think most of us know that. Like, seriously, I think most of us know that. But, sir, for you to go off on these reporters is crazy to me. And did y'all hear this morning he called that lady Piggy? Now, y'all know if Obama would have done something like that. Ciao. Listen here. Listen here. Don't y'all know that if Obama would have done something like that, they'd have been trying their best. They'd have went down there to that White House and drug Obama out of the White House. That man called that lady Piggy. Hey, be quiet, Piggy. What the heck? The leader of this country is out here calling women piggy and pretending like he cares for women and children. See, Nikki, this is why folks is feeling the way they feel about you, is because you're an idiot. You're an idiot, girl. You're doing things on behalf of the Trump administration, and it's not even what you're doing, because I don't think most people have a problem with speaking up for folks to have their religious rights, whatever it may be. They have that right. They should be able to have that right. But girl, this is the principle around all of it. Like, girl, I cannot with these people. Oh, let me let y'all hear him calling that lady Miss Piggy. You know, because then the trolls will come in here and say you lying. Right? They be like, you lie. You lie, you lie, you lie. Hold on. Let me see. Is this it? Nope. They over there, they roasted Nicki all the way down this internet timeline. Do you understand what I am saying? Eat her up, baby. Eat her up. 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 Eat her alive. She gotta go cry to that no good ass man she live with. Yep. Go cry to the man you live with.
Quiet. Okay. Mr. President, what did Jeffrey Epstein mean in his emails when he said you knew about the artists? I know nothing about that. They would have announced that a long time ago. It's really, what did he mean when he spent all the time?
I guess y'all can't really hear it because y'all know they on that plane thing. So he basically he turned around and said, quiet piggy. Y'all, I'm just saying, any other president, anybody else would have already been insane. But y'all, let's go around here and listen to let's listen to Granny Minaj, the bitter grand. Hey everybody. Hey Miss Felicia. Hey Miss Tiffany. Hey everybody. Hey Terry. Hey wait a minute. What you saying? Came through to hit the like, but I gotta go help my community get home from school. ICE is ignorant and trifling, and the babies are being traumatized. Prayers go out to you all. Prayers go out to you all. I did also see that there was a number of people who was homeschooling their children and stuff like that. Child. Prayers. Okay, so I'd rather play Don's video. Let me see. Okay, here we go.
For prioritizing this issue and for his leadership on the global stage in calling for urgent action to defend Christians in Nigeria, to combat extremism, and to bring a stop to violence against those who simply want to exercise their natural right to freedom of religion or belief. I stand here as a proud New Yorker.
Hold on.
In Nigeria, Christians are being targeted, driven from their homes, and killed. Churches have been burned. Families have been torn apart, and entire communities live in fear constantly, simply because of how they pray. Sadly, this problem is not only a growing problem in Nigeria.
Girl, let me just say this. You're an idiot. You are a fucking idiot. And I'm gonna go and say what I gotta say. She's a fucking idiot. Because here's the thing, you have teamed up, specifically you have teamed up with the you have teamed up with the Trump administration, with his administration. So this is what you stand for. You stand for the confusion and the shit that's going on over here in the United damn States, while we over there worried about somebody else. I'm just saying, that has always been the United States damn problem. Y'all have always worried about everybody damn else besides what is going on here in this damn country. Always. That's always been the hang up. And y'all going and talking, girl, for what? You got things over here that you should be concerned about. That half of your fans may have got their food stamps late. Half of your fans is probably out here suffering. You know why? Because they was probably government workers that was off. I mean, that wasn't off, required to go to work and wasn't getting paid. Girl, I have nothing for mean granny. I have nothing. And to the barbs, girl, miss me with that bullshit y'all talking now, especially when y'all sitting up saying, oh, you know, she's always speaking for the people. She was just in Jamaica. Sir, okay, good for her. And good for her. But we got other things to be talking about. And it's the fact that she out here, in my opinion, you got other things that you could be worried about. And I don't give a damn about your citizenship or none of that. You over here, you want to represent the United States. You're standing over there. And let's be clear. Trump gives no shits about you, Nicki. He don't give no shit about nobody else. Look at him and his arch nemesis, Marjorie Taylor Greene, into it. He don't care about you. Release them Epstein files. But again, like I said, with them Epstein files, it really don't, it don't make me feel no type of way, because we already know what they've done. They've scrubbed, they've redacted, they've done everything with those Epstein files. So it's not even gonna matter what comes out. We already know. I believe them lawsuits and stuff that was in place, because again, we have a nasty machine that's up there in the office that don't care about nobody but himself. And that's just on period. That's on period. Now, y'all, I may have to do another breaking news video right after this. Y'all, they are subpoenaed. Wait a minute. What's up with Wendy and Eddie? Wendy and Eddie got to do something. But the House votes, they vote 427 to 1 on those Epstein files, y'all. 427 to 1 on those Epstein files. Yep. 427 to 1 on those Epstein files. Now, what is this going on with Wendy and Eddie? Okay, wait a minute. Ooh. Wendy and Eddie Acefo emails, bank accounts, and IG accounts seized. What the hell? We know Mike Johnson was one. I was listening to him. I just was like, shut up. Your voice has just become annoying, just like damn RFK. Shut your ass up, Mike Johnson. Just shut up. So the DOJ gone and get it. Oh, now. Let me give y'all an update on this. I forgot about this. Now the judge in the Comey case blocks order mandating the DOJ to hand over the grand jury evidence. So the federal judge overseeing the former FBI director James Comey criminal case on Monday granted a request from the federal prosecutors to block a magistrate judge who ordered that mandated that they hand over the grand jury evidence to Comey's attorneys, and then they came back and blocked that. That's because the orange man gave the the Republicans, you know, like I said, I don't. This means nothing to me. This means absolutely nothing to me again because we're child again. They done redacted all the information, all the people that we want to see. They're gonna leave the Democrats in there. The Democrats gonna be exposed. I mean, I think we already know this game and how this game gonna end up going. Okay. Now, Wendy and Eddie got to seize all their stuff. Let me see who reporting on this, because that's what matters to me. I only see it coming from the Sun, and we use this. We take the Sun with a grain of salt. Yeah. We take the Sun with a grain of salt. Anybody else reporting that? Court file. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Court filings from the state's attorney's office revealed that both Eddie and Wendy various records were seized by law enforcement. Okay. It was already seized. Okay, child. I don't think that matters. Just the Sun. I heard the Supreme Court wouldn't allow Trump to change the maps in Texas. Well, there was a 3-panel judge. Thank you, Queen PJB for the jewels. We talked about that first, but basically a panel of 3 judges, one being appointed by Trump. They did block the maps. Yes, they did. They blocked it for now. So of course it still has to go through the legal process, but yeah, it's somewhat of a victory for Texas for sure. I just pray that so now they have been ordered to use the maps from 2021. Let me see. Hey, Lee, what's going on? Yeah, they're not gonna do nothing about this. They're not gonna do nothing about these files. And like I said, they keep calling it a Democratic hoax. So to me, that just definitely tells me what I need to know. So that's why I say it doesn't really do anything to me that they are being released. I just so happen to be catching, because y'all, while I'm working, I always like to listen to stuff. And so in the mornings I listen to Don Lemon, and while I'm working, if something is going on the house floor, I will tune in as well. So that's what I was doing earlier today, was watching from the house floor. Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett did go live as well. Her video is like 9 minutes long. It's a really good video. Do y'all got time to listen to it, or y'all want me to just put the link in here? Or y'all can just go to her YouTube. Her YouTube is just Jasmine Crockett. Or if you're on Instagram, you can go to her Instagram, Jasmine Crockett. Again, I just like to hear the things that she was saying in regards to this gerrymandering. Because again, y'all know it affected her. They cut her house out of the map, y'all. Like her district. So again, come on, man. Dallas is at the top of that list. Houston is at the top of that list. So it's like that whole gerrymandering thing it needed to be blocked. It needed to be blocked. We want to listen to it. Okay. I can pull it up. Like I said, it's 9 minutes. You could definitely tell she was busy. 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 Jasmine Crockett.
Okay, so I just wanted to jump on. As y'all can see, I'm in what they call the Rayburn room right now. So I'm not in my office, but I am at the Capitol because I stay on my job. And right now we are actually debating this whole Epstein situation because we're gonna vote on it today. So they're currently in debate on the floor. Republicans acting like they always been standing with the survivors. Child, we ain't even gonna talk about that.
That was crazy. I was listening to them and they kept saying, they got up and said, oh, we most definitely care about the survivors. We care about the victims of Epstein. We care so much as the Republican. Child, we all know that was fake and bull crap.
They done a whole full 180 because I guess they realize it's not really popular to like protect pedophiles, but that's a whole other issue because y'all know what GOP stands for, Guardians of Pedophiles. Now, moving on to why I wanted to jump on. I wanted to jump on because, oh, wait, y'all, listen, Trump about to be so mad. Okay, so y'all know we had all this drama over our lines because Trump decided that he wanted to start in Texas. He wanted to come and snatch seats in Texas, right? And specifically, he wanted to reduce the voting power and the voting strength of Black and brown voices in Texas, right? So here it is. I have been engaged in litigation since the last lines because the current lines that we have are bad, but the new lines were even worse. So here it is. He says, yo, Abbott, come through for your boy, right? Ultimately, Abbott, of course, rose up, says, I'll do whatever you want me to do.
Now rolls up. Jasmine, not that congresswoman. Come on. Not rolls up. I mean, it's the truth. Deep rolling. Rolling.
Now they've got themselves into a tizzy because after they started that, we know Gavin Newsom said, oh, y'all want to play? We can play. So California did what they did. So to be clear, as of maybe an hour ago, if that long, the court in Texas, and I want to tell y'all, this is not some liberal court, like liberal courts in Texas don't even really go together. This was a 2-1 Republican majority court. And what did they say? They said, oh, plaintiffs, y'all want to temporarily enjoin them because, see, the damage will already be done. Those voices would always already be diluted by the time we actually can determine whether or not the actual merits of this case make sense. So they decided them lines, they ain't going into effect right now. Not right now. Now, I know a lot of y'all probably gonna have questions about what does this mean for California, that kind of stuff. California has already voted. They have already passed their map. It does not save California because this is still the law. These maps have been signed into law. It's just that the maps won't necessarily go into effect as of right now. Now, we know that they about to run to the Supreme Court and be like, Supremes, help us out. Supremes, we need to serve our master. Hey, like, hook us up. Now, who knows what the Supreme Court will do, but they are running out of time. Our filing deadline in Texas is on December 8th. So if you know anything about the filings in Texas, we already started filing for these congressional districts. And honestly, most people had not filed their paperwork for a congressional district yet because nobody knew what lines we were running on, whether we were running on the 21 lines or if we were running on these new 25 lines.
And to be clear, it is now ran on the 21 lines instead of the 2025 lines. Those maps were horrible. Let's just keep it 1,000 out. Those maps were horrible.
Well, the court has spoken. The court has said 21 it is. So what does that mean? That means no pickup for Trump in Texas. That means Utah messed him off and gave us a seat. That means he did pick up one in Missouri. He didn't pick up anything in Kansas. He didn't pick up anything in Indiana. Virginia and Maryland are talking about going and changing their lines. We know California ended up with a Democratic pickup of 5. We know North Carolina also gave him 1. So right now, your boy is down. Your boy is down. Listen, this is exactly, God don't like ugly. I told my staff to name this live God Don't Like Ugly. It seems like they went with the bad words, but I was on my Christianity today and told them that we need to name this God Don't Like Ugly. Okay? Listen, we are about to listen, we all about to be blessed. We're about to be blessed. I know it seemed like a lot of hell here recently. It has, but we are all gonna be blessed up. If we can have a Republican court out of Texas do something that's right. Lord knows. Jesus, yes, hallelujah. Okay, so we're going to take questions right now real quick before I have to get on the floor and do my votes. But no, I am joking, but I am so happy and I am so relieved because this has always been about the people. It's never been about any individual member. It is about whether or not the people have voices that are going to speak up and represent for them. And after we saw what took place with the defunding of so many organizations and just governmental agencies as well. To have people that are going to speak up at a time when we have a government that says things like, I'm not even going to make sure that people are fed in this country. Yeah, it's more important now than ever that they have representation that is reflective of the people's will. So what questions do we have? Oh, the chances about the Supreme Court. Okay, so I think timing is what matters. So the question was, what are the chances the Supreme Court overturns this? You never know with the Supreme Court. I'm going to be perfectly honest, but they are on such a tight window right now that I don't know that we're going to see any movement. I mean, we will see. But their window is really tight. December 8th is our filing deadline in Texas for our primary because our primary comes around really quickly. Our ballots will go out in January. We will start voting. Early voting will begin the middle of February, and election day will be the first Tuesday in March. So they're running out of time. And I was very nervous that we weren't going to get our ruling from the court, but it almost seems like the court waited to minimize the window to actually appeal. And I appreciate that because I feel like, I haven't read the opinion. The opinion is approximately 150 pages long. I am going to start zipping through it and see what I can find. But I appreciate it if the court decided to be petty because, listen, Texas play games. They have been engaged in litigation for the last 4 years, and they've been saying that these lines were so perfect, don't need to change them, don't do anything. We did the right thing. They weren't racially discriminatory, this and that. And then all of a sudden, they was like, oh, never mind. They were racially discriminatory. We want to change the lines. Like, they were playing in the court's face. And the thing about a federal judge is that they are appointed for life. And so they don't have to worry about the politics of things. And so I think that this court was like, oh, so y'all gonna play in our faces? We here for life. Don't know how long you here, but we here for life. So we gonna do what we do. So I will be interested to see if they took any digs and if they decided to be petty in this decision. Lord knows if I was sitting on the bench, I would have a lot of little petty little digs that I would do in my decisions. Okay. Anything else? I can't hear you. It's okay if they hear you. Annie asked the question. I don't know. I still don't know, Annie. I ain't even gonna repeat it because I don't know if I can talk about it on this particular page. I don't know. I will tell you that this definitely, for me, anybody that follows me knows that I believe that God has to yell at me to get me to move. And so I've been getting signs all different kinds of ways about what to do. But I will tell you that serving my current District 30 is where I love to be perfectly honest. And other discussions came up as soon as it looked like they were going to decimate District 30. So, I still have some evaluations to make. Visit my other page if you want to learn more about the conversation that I'm having in a very clandestine way right now. Okay, so listen, I don't know what Comer just said, but Comer was talking noise about me on the floor. Now, I was sitting there minding my business. Actually,
he was talking to us. He basically was saying that Jasmine was going around doing interviews about the Epstein files. He was talking mess about her on the house floor. He indeed was.
talking to another member. I was talking to Adelita. And next thing you know, I hear Comer say my name, and as well as Rep Stansbury's name. You know, he and his feelings about something that I've said clearly. And it had to do with the redactions in the Epstein files. The names are going to be redacted of survivors. Right now, the arguments that I've been hearing since I've been in judiciary this morning, and if you've paid attention to the speaker who's flipping out, they're saying that they're worried about innocent millionaires and billionaires who were friends with Epstein getting caught up in all of this. Are you serious right now? I mean, it's just, anyway, they're not concerned about survivors. They're concerned about their donors. They're concerned about the same people that they have been serving the entire time that Trump has been in office. The people that paid for them to be in office, those are the only people they care about. They don't care about nobody else. I just want to put that out there. Anything else? Okay, they said nothing else. All right, thanks, y'all. I will keep y'all updated, but as of right now, we living in the overflow. So excited.
All right, so that was the video right there, but I was tuned in when she was live. I hopped on real quick. I said, "Ooh." I had got a notification that she originally, hey, Sharice, I had got a notification that hey, Twin Flames, that she was going live on Instagram, and then I hurried up and hopped over there onto her YouTube channel. Okay, so listen, y'all. There is a video going around. Wait a minute. The White House defends Trump after he calls a reporter piggy. This reporter behaved in an inappropriate and unprofessional way. If you're going to give it, you have to be able to take it. No, you don't get to walk around here calling people piggy. Sir, if anybody look like a pig, it's you. Are you serious? If anybody look like a pig, it's you. What's wrong with these? Man, you can't make this stuff up. Y'all gonna gag at this. Southwest ends wheelchair first boarding after years of alleged abuse. Some flights reportedly had 100 plus wheelchair requests just to board early. I thought I'd let y'all know. Defends that's Rich Heat. Right. And then again, you sit up and calling her piggy. That's Rich. Sir, you are literally the epitome of a pig. What are we talking about? Anyway, so I just wanted to bring y'all that news. Okay, that news. If you guys are in my Patreon, we are having a discussion right now. I don't know if you guys have seen this video, but there's a video going around of a black mother, and she has two children, a young girl and a young boy. And they're walking, and there's some kids that are calling her Shamar and talking about her ankles and talking about how ashy she is and all of this, and then they start calling her all out of her name, calling her B words. And mind y'all, these are kids. Child, they started punching on the lady, the mom, and the kids, dragged the mom, dragged her wig all off her head and everything. It was just foolish. It was just insane. Well, the community did show up for her. They did show up for her. They showed up for her hand and foot. They went to the school where the kids go, where they go to school or whatever. The school district and the school keeps telling them one thing, but she says she's not gonna stop until she gets some justice for her son, because they were kicking her. They was kicking the son. Y'all, it's horrible. I put the videos over there in Patreon because I know they ain't going to allow them videos over here on YouTube. So I did put them in my Patreon over there. But if you guys want to see them, they're all over social media. You can look them up. Yeah, they're all over social media. But to me, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. All right, y'all. So I hope you guys have a beautiful day. and the rest of y'all day. I will see y'all over in El Teddy's neck of the woods and stuff as well. Hold on. So yeah, it was horrible. It was horrible to see. She is okay. See, I didn't know she was pregnant. Those are elementary kids. Yeah, I knew about that, but I didn't know. I didn't know that she was pregnant. Um, but I'm telling y'all, that video was horrible. I wanted the child. Let me tell y'all something. The things that I shouldn't be saying this, but the things that them kids, baby. Mm, mm, mm. Go find y'all mama and y'all daddy, because I want to beat they. Go find your mama and your daddy and come on over here. Yeah, she's showing. Oh, you know what? Listen, one thing y'all I don't do is I don't guess about folks' pregnancy and stuff like that. Listen, I learned my lesson a long time ago with that. So when women say that somebody pregnant, I just go on and listen to them. I don't try to and I didn't see that in the caption or anything. And I'm not saying y'all ain't telling the truth, but I'm just saying I don't say that because I don't want people to deem me as being disrespectful or anything. But bottom line, whether she was pregnant or not, but now that she is pregnant, now that I know that she's pregnant, that makes it even worse. But they did that video was horrible. That video was sick. That video was sick, bro. And I'm telling y'all again, 2x4 all the way with your mammy and your pappy, and you calling me. And if your mammy and your pappy ain't no longer living, go get your grandma and your granddaddy. You hear me? Go get your auntie and your uncle if you want to. That was insane, y'all. I'm literally watching this happen, and I'm like, this is a different level of bullying that if I ain't never seen that. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I ain't never seen that type of bullying before. I ain't seen nobody, no kids, be brave enough to try to whoop on an adult woman, calling her Shamar and all kinds of like, man. Let me tell y'all, 2x4 all day on the kids and their mamas and daddies. Yeah, the parents definitely need to be held accountable. But you know what I was thinking? And I'm probably wrong for thinking this, y'all, but y'all don't know what I was thinking. I was hoping that won't none of them no good parents up there trying to pretend like it won't their kid and sitting up trying to act like they on the side of right. Now y'all know that there's probably some parents out there that's sitting up lying, acting like they on the side of right, knowing exactly what their kids do. And let's just be honest. All y'all kids get out here when they ain't at home with you, and if you do all a whole bunch of cussing and stuff, they going to school cussing too. Cussing the teacher out, cussing their friends out. They was cussing that lady out so bad, calling her all kind of bitches and stuff. It was horrible. Man, say the mamas and the daddies, we be squabbling. Squabble up. Squabble up. You hear what I'm saying? Squabble up. Yeah. Yeah. Make sure that's what you do. Squabble up. Squabble up. Child, they're about to be exiled from the community. Well, listen, one thing I will say is that I am glad that the community came together, because that's what community is about. That's what community is about. Thank you, Lock Queen, for the jewels. I appreciate it. That's what community is about. Community is about building each other and making sure that everybody is good. And I felt like that's what we seen with those people. We saw people be we saw people come together. They stood right there on that school ground, and she gave her speech. By the way, y'all, there's no way that I can't get on here and say this. There's no way. They found Brianna, y'all. They found Brianna. She is not harmed. Oh my God. I just, oh Lord, I went into a praise because it just warmed my heart. I do want to tell y'all that I forgot to tell y'all. I meant to say that at the beginning of this live. They did find Brianna, y'all. All I know is that they did find her unharmed, and that's all I care about. She was unharmed. Nothing went on. So I just, oh God, I'm just so grateful that they found her. So thank y'all so much for y'all prayers during that time, because that was a little rough. So thank y'all. I believe the prayers of the righteous did that. I do. I believe the prayers of the righteous did that. But keep her and your family in prayer. Listen, around this time of the year and around this time, depression is at an all-time high. Mental health issues are at an all-time high again around this time of the year. And we have other things going on top of it, you know. So just keep everybody in prayer. You know what I mean? Check on the young folks. Check on the young folks. You know what I'm saying? They go through stuff just like we go through stuff, you know. We used to have to break that stigma back in the day when our parents used to say, you ain't old enough to go through nothing. You ain't old enough. No, that ain't the case. That's not the case. That is not the case. At this point, we got to keep these children lifted, because there's a lot going on in this world. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that she's good. It did something to me. So again, I appreciate y'all for y'all prayers. All right. I will see you guys in about a few minutes. Well, let me see. Oh, yeah, L Teddy going live today. Better go live today. Y'all, I'm gonna do something to L Teddy before he go live. Yeah. Let me do something before he go live. Should I wait till right after he start his live? I think I'm gonna mess with him. I think I'm gonna wait till right after he start his live, and I'm gonna send him something. I'm gonna wait till right when he start his live, and then I'm gonna send him a little something. Mm-hmm. Oh Lord, help me to hold out. Okay, anyway, I'm going for real, y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button on this video. Thank y'all. Texas, we trying to move, Texas. We trying to move on up in there. We trying to move on up in there. Now we just need Matthew McConaughey to go ahead and, because listen, do I have to choose Matthew McConaughey over Hot Wheels? Give me Matthew McConaughey. I'm just saying. Give me Matthew McConaughey. I'm waiting for him to make his official announcement. That's what I'm waiting on. Make that official announcement so we can be on up in there. All right. Shout out to the 2026 midterms. Let's get it, y'all. Have a good one. Peace.